Hello, and welcome to the Dynamic Retail Platform launch event. In this session, we'll talk about the solution readiness for the various retail segments, such as grocery, specialty, and fuel and convenience. But before we do this, let me first introduce our two speakers here today. We have Joël Katz, who is our expert in design thinking and building out new journey innovations almost on a daily basis. And we also have Khalid Sadki with us, who's part of a strategic solutions team within the retail software area. So let me start with the first question. So what the various retail segments all have in common is that they constantly need to reinvent and re-innovate the shopping experiences in their stores, but also on other channels. So Joël, can you tell us more about how this works and how you see this?
Sure. It's primarily about building empathy and being able to relate to the customer. The customer experience is synonymous with providing a pleasant and frictionless shopping experience to our customers. In our changing retail landscape, it's really important not only to understand who your customer is, but also to figure out what they aspire to do when they're shopping and reflect that in our offerings. In a very simplified explanation, it is done through human-centered design, which is commonly referred to as design thinking. We take note of the people using the service, the customer, and the people performing the service, an employee, and create something called a persona. With a persona, we're able to further define what a customer's journey or experience can be. For example, if we know that a particular customer segment is unlikely to shop in a store with long lines, we can look to other solutions to fill this need, like click and collect or even curbside delivery.
Okay, so can you tell us more what you see in terms of differences when looking at customer experience between the various segments?
Yeah, sure. So when speaking about the fuel and convenience sector, customers expect fuel stations to really fulfill their role as service stations, with the emphasis really being on service. Customers aspire to make efficient use of their time, so enabling a forecourt to accommodate more than just pump and go is really important. Also, when we want to talk about the grocery vertical, the customer's experience is really what can really grow a grocery business. When there isn't much of a difference between what is sold between each store, their loyalty is really not with the products. Their loyalty is with the in-store and offline experiences that have the retailer really demonstrate their commitment to the consumer. For example, grocery delivery, click and collect, curbside pickup, as well as buy online and pick up in store, really reflects the customer's need for comfort and choice while shopping. When speaking about fashion and specialty retail, we need to think about how new technology has changed the customer's experience. For example, if I need a shirt today, I'm likely to buy it from a store that has their offerings available for me to browse from my phone, reserve, and later pick up in the store. Now, also important to the consumer is the checkout process. They increasingly feel uncomfortable waiting in line. So fulfilling that need with, let's say self-checkout is really important.
Okay, thank you, Joël.
Thank you.
So, Khalid, I know you're meeting with retail customers, almost on a daily basis. And when you tell them that we serve them all with the same software platform, don't they ask you, how do you take care of my industry-specific parts of the journeys? How do you handle that?
Thank you, RJ. So Dynamic Retail Platform is groundbreaking in many ways for the retail industry. And indeed, there are many benefits for retailers in our approach, which consists first in identifying what is common to all retailers that we serve, and second, what is unique to each one of them. So what we have observed is that the industries that we serve are converging. Think, for instance, of a grocery retailer who now also wants to operate a petrol station, or think of a petrol station who now wants to operate convenience stores or even sell specialty products in their petrol stations. And it is with that in mind that we decided the right approach was to provide all those retailers with the same core platform where any business capabilities that is not specific to their industry is simply encapsulated in what we call the generic retail services. So the generic retail services is where we cover business capabilities for localization and fiscalization, transaction data storage, store operations, basket handling, and more. Then we also looked at other aspects of the solution that would be more technical in nature. And in a similar manner, we encapsulated these in what we call foundational services. So some examples of foundational services include API management, device management, and many other elements. So when we talk about a platform that can be used by any retailer, the generic retail services and the foundational services are the elements of the dynamic retail platform that we refer to.
All right, but so these all are generic services. So how do you then handle the segment-specific parts of the journeys with Dynamic Retail Platform?
Well, I mean, there is no denying that at the end of the day, the specific journey, which consists in allowing a customer to use a petrol station to fill up his or her tank and pay for it at the point of sale, will require different business capabilities than the one a retailer will need to process a journey from a customer who bought apples and tomatoes from the local supermarket. So what we've done here is that we have identified what was unique to each industry segment and decided to encapsulate these in what we call industry packages. We have one for grocery retail, one for specialty retail, one for fuel and convenience. So what would we find in each one? Here are some examples. So for grocery retail, our industry package would include support for checkout scales at the point of sale for weighted items, support for barcode templates for grocery items, or UI enhancements for grocery flows for speed of operation. For specialty retail, our industry package includes support for items with variants and management of colors and sizes, UI enhancements that are specific for fashion flows. For fuel and convenience, it includes dry and wet stock management. It also includes out-of-the-box integrations for OPTs and for car wash. We also have functionality for quick service restaurant operations. So it is really through this approach, and of course also through the use of a microservices architecture, the use of the cloud, the use of an API-first approach, that with the Dynamic Retail Platform, we enable retailers to quickly and easily define the most innovative customer journeys.
Okay, thank you, Khalid, and thank you, Joel. So what I learned from this session today is that our software platform offers both a highly modular solution to serve specific segments, but also a very flexible solution to cater for personalized customer journeys. And with that, I would like to thank you again, and thank you all for watching this video.
Thank you.
Thank you.